Well, I just found the cheater in the LOL clan. We got him. Man, I tell you, you just can't make any of this stuff up anymore, especially when you have video of these players doing some of the most amazing things. Now, you remember I was just telling you in my last video, I had people disappearing, reappearing, and then killing you. Now we got these people that are basically spotting us out and jumping over our heads. Now, I just caught this guy in the LOL clan. Basically, he was just bouncing around all over the map. Okay, he supposedly did some really crazy stuff tonight, and I had the footage just to show you. Um, at first, no one believed me. Everyone was like, "Yeah, I don't believe that happened, Rogue. Yeah, that's bullshit." But it was actually happening. I mean, this guy knew every move. He wasn't. They were using some kind of a pulse, but it seemed to me like he had some kind of a companion that was watching or something. I'm not going to say it's a companion because we already know we're getting companions for the this new update that's supposedly supposed to be coming. Um, but yeah, this guy from I at first I was just like, man, this guy just ran right behind me. He jumped over the box and he just disappeared into thin air. Like the same thing I just watched Money Mike do, and I seen two other guys in the dark zone do it, and now I just got this guy, dude, on video right before us. So we get into this match, and I figured we'd do pretty good. I mean, they had some pretty good, legit players on the other side. And I didn't think anything of this match. I just thought it was just going to be a normal, regular match. And then I seen who had been killing me, and then the guy that jumped over the box behind me. And when we got to the end of the match, I looked at um, everyone's apparel that they were wearing, and then it came back to me something that Kamikaze Van Doom had pointed out on the leaderboards. Uh, some dude from the LOL clan, and I noticed. I was like, wow, this got to be this dude here. Um, and I think he was. I'm pretty sure he had to been. Uh, but he ended up jumping over, and I'm pretty sure people were like, the players that were playing with me were probably like, no way, dude, that is not just that's impossible, dude. I just think that you're just seeing shit, or you're probably smoking too much ganja or something. But when you see this video, you're gonna be like, was that? How did that happen? Um, it's been happening a lot lately. Now, did you see that guy that was just? You see how? Yeah. Because we seen him over there, and we were just like, okay, and then all of a sudden he just like vanished. You can tell somebody is wearing someone's posting these guys, and so we kind of know where they're at here and there. But this guy just like I was over there by the checkpoint on the same side, and I was kneeling over a box. And as one person had responded, I just happened to see the player on the opposing team jump over the box and run past me. This is not graphic error. These are people doing stupid stuff in the game that they're not supposed to be doing. Like the um the seekers that like come up behind them. These guys were just like popping up behind us. Um, but it was just so funny. Like I thought he was like sitting there, so I'm like sitting there shooting. I'm like, wait a minute, he's not there. Then I end up throwing a grenade and thought I can catch him and blinded myself. And at first I was just like sitting there thinking like, oh, I think he just threw a grenade behind himself. But then I ended up looking down and I realized what kind of grenade I had. And I was like, oh, that was dumb. Um, but anyway, yeah, I got away from him a couple of times and somehow he was able to get a direct angle on me because if you look where he was shooting me from when you go down that hallway that I'm about to go down, somehow he was able to shoot around that box and still get me. And you'll see it real clear. Um, and it left me scratching my head at first. Um, me and this guy over here, we were a bit timid because I mean, this guy for some strange reason had some crazy aim. It was like he was shooting bullets around corners. Um, but yeah, just watch the full video. Um, and you'll be able to understand exactly what I've been going through tonight. I've kind of been avoiding PvP. I thought that they actually fixed the Dark Zone, which the Dark Zone is not fixed. Ubisoft was on here talking about the new Siege, and I was just like, y'all need to fix your game. Your game is broken. Y'all need to start banning all these cheaters. Uh, and like right now, as we speak, I'm actually yeah. So the player's name that called out Running Butcher for that disappearing glitch, his name is let's see, A Blind Noob or something like that. ABL1ND Noob. Uh, he called Running Butcher out for doing that exploit. This is the guy that Running Butcher is the one that basically showcases uh, on how to do exploits and glitches in PvP and also on PvE. Now, what he basically says is that he does this so this way the devs would know. Well, if you want the devs to know, then directly tell the devs. But see, look, and he wasn't even around that corner yet. The other guy that was shooting me, the guy that came down, I don't know how the hell he got me right there, but for some strange reason, I got stuck. Like I couldn't turn. Um, PvP just needs a lot of work. Like, I spend a lot of my time in PvP. Uh, and the more I
What
play
happened
it,
next will
the more
shock
I'm
you.
starting to really hate it. But at the same time, I can't stop playing it. And you see him right there. Now, did you see that? Did you see that guy that just jumped right over the box? And I was like, yo, bro, this is crazy. And you see how I just look back, and he's like sitting there looking now. He thought I was crazy when I said this, but now when he sees this video, now he's gonna believe me. Now, um, now I didn't report this person for doing what he just did, but now you guys have got video proof that the things when I say people are cheating, and I know they are, uh, I'm showing you 100% proof on the abilities of these players that a lot of people say, well, that's impossible, Rogues. There's no way. There's people not doing this. They're not doing this in the disease. They're not doing this in conflict. Okay? They're doing it. Believe me, they are. And I mean, it's insane. It is absolutely insane. These people should be banned from the game. And if the developers and Ubisoft is not going to do anything about it, just say, hey, at this point in time, there's nothing we can do about this. Blase, blase, blase. Maybe try finding an alternative game or just focus more on PvE. If we had these people come out and tell us this kind of stuff, then you know what? We would just play PvE. I'm cool with PvE. PvE doesn't bother me. I do like PvP. I spend 90% of my time in PvP, but when you come across players like this and it's making the game completely unplayable because every person you run into in the ZZ and conflict, there's always going to be a cheater. These guys either run a squad of 4 or there's always 2. Now, usually when I see a whole team of KOZ, back in the old days before, I would sit there and I would play with these guys. I know KOZ. I know a lot of them don't cheat. You've already seen me play KOZ, and I like that. I like their. I like KOZ, but unfortunately, there are many other players who have been part of KOZ that basically complain that there's too many politics. I was asked to join LBX, but I decided I was going to wait for my old clan member leader to come back to the game, and And I mean, he may play the game occasionally, but I really don't think he's going to be coming back at all. You know, there's just too much of this glitching, too much of the exploiting, too much of the bugs, and now it's getting to the point where the game is just almost unplayable now. You cannot play this game without not running into not one cheater. You run into them all the time. But anyway, that's all we have for the time for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Roach1 out.